We're leaving the train station. Time to go to the hostel. Hello vlog, we have just arrived to Firenze. We were here for 3 days and this Airbnb, I don't even say Airbnb, this place we booked is absolutely beautiful. How would you describe this place?
Very homey. Feels like we're like living in Florence. Like this is our place.
Get in the shot.
It feels like a quieter, like calmer city, which I like chiller. The weather is a little cooler.
We're more south?
No, we're north.
North.
Yeah, we're north. So yeah, we're northern. And so that's will be something interesting to like see, like how the northerners are different from the southerners.
Because we were watching From Scratch on Netflix and I'm wondering if it's a historical representation. Because honestly, when we met that girl a day or two ago, she was like, I'm Sicilian. And I was like, oh, she's great from Greece?
Oh my gosh, I cannot.
And I didn't say it out loud, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yes. She would have been like, oh, you ignorant Americans.
I'm like, where's Ohio? Whatever her name is. Yeah. I'd say the vibe so far feels old, but in a different way. I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm curious to walk around more and see. And I don't know. I guess I just like that it feels a lot less grand on like a tall level, like the buildings don't, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but
yeah.
So here is the kitchen. There's a washer right there. And is this a washer dryer combo? It's a couch, this beautiful red couch, and some artwork up on the walls. I mean, the lady that brought us in here basically said like this place has been owned by a family for a long time. So it definitely gives that vibe. It's not too overcrowded. It's beautifully decorated. There's nice art on the walls. What do I expect out of Firenze? I want to do a lot of walking around since I don't teach for another week and I don't have to think about it for at least a few more days. I want to go to that cinema bookstore that has like a big movie theater screen. And I'm so excited to go there. And then I also want to do a little bit of research because maybe we can find like a gay bar or some kind of live music at night, because that was really nice to see in Rome, some outdoor music. But this place is so cute. I think my recommendation is always walk around a little bit and explore and eat some of the local food, even if it's just like a local patisseria or cafe or whatever, because I love trying to practice the language in the country I go to. And even at that place, even though I don't know, I tried my best, but I could tell that they were endeared by the fact that I was there. And yeah, it's just good to walk around in the morning, get out. Also, I have to say, this trip has really made me want to learn how to make cappuccinos at home because they're so small. And I don't know, the coffee here is just really good in a way that I wasn't really anticipating or thinking about, but I am happy about it. But I think I'm going to take this back to the place that we're staying, take a shower, just kind of get ready.
È proprio che oggettivamente ci piace una cosa che anche se non va bene.
You see him? Angelo.
Perfect weather today.
Walking a little past the main plaza because There's an area where you can walk by the waters. We're walking around and it's really beautiful. There's all these cute balconies and grottas and I don't know what a grotto is, but I think it is.
It's so gorgeous. Look at that.
Something feels older after she cuts it up and she's like, oh, scramble. She's like, also if something feels off.
You'll see just how rich it is.
We're here at the Ponte Vecchio. I think it's really crowded and I think it's fucking ridiculous that there's all this expensive jewelry here and I hope it all gets pillaged in the revolution. Did you just find this place online? Or?
Yeah, on Google. They have 4.9 stars.
It's pretty. Okay, behind me is a really cool bookstore that has a movie theater inside that I'm really excited to see. This is probably the only thing I've really researched in Florence that I'm excited to check out. So let's see what it's like. Oh my god. I love it already. Okay, it is time to leave Firenze. We're leaving right now, checking out of our Airbnb. This was a great city. Really enjoyed walking around, really enjoyed the pizza, really enjoyed the movie theater bar. Okay, hope you can see it behind me. We've officially made it to Sorrento.
Yay! Woo! Feel better already. Feel a sea breeze.
What a beautiful place to live. Okay, we are officially in Sorrento. We're staying at La Giaglo Hotel, and it's very, very beautiful. I'll give you a small tour. This is the main room. There's 2 beds. Beautiful window there. Behind me, there's like a little table with a mini fridge, TV, electric kettle. And then through here, you have like this little side room with a couch. And then out here, it's absolutely beautiful. Here we're outside. Already, I find Sorrento so beautiful, and it's really nice when you're traveling and you get to see a variety of different environments in a country. And granted, 3 or 4 days, of course, it's enough to get a taste or a little sense of a place, but it's not enough to like know everything. How could you really know everything about a place? Really good to see options when you go to places. I can say so far on this trip, we have been to Rome, Florence, and here so far. Here for so far it's only a few hours, so of course I'll leave my review at the end. But I can say so far, Rome I thought was really spectacular and beautiful, but I think on some level I naturally don't align as much with a lot of the more touristic places where you're walking around, you're trying to work through crowds, blah, 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 and working through your own alleyway, and you're trying to... Rome was great. Rome was also great because we made a really cool friend there, and I feel like that's one of the things that is really special about traveling and then getting the chance to meet people is that you really get more emotional memories in a place as opposed to memories attached to attractions, food, particular experiences that are kind of culturally curated for you. Florence, I also really liked. I don't know why I'm kind of blanking on it already. I think I liked Florence a little bit more than Rome because it felt a bit smaller in scale in certain ways. That sounds weird to say because I know Florence is heavily visited by tourists, but I liked that. I don't know, it just felt like a little bit more chill in certain ways. I don't even know how to describe it, but yeah, I enjoyed Florence. I think I liked the food there a little bit more in terms of the options, more interesting things you could try. I didn't show it on camera, but I did try that really famous sandwich that a lot of people recommend in Florence called like l'imprendito, which is a sandwich that has like cooked cow intestine in it and then like this really delicious green sauce. Like the first few bites, I'm definitely a texture person, so I wasn't able to eat all of it. I think compared to the beginning of this trip, I was feeling a lot emotionally, and I think I am still feeling some stuff emotionally, but I'm getting updates from friends back home. I talked to a family member about my family member who's sick, and I think I'm kind of in another period of just like looking out at this and being like, this is beautiful, this is my life. And I'm even thinking of like my younger self, the version of me that was in high school that really listen to alternative music and punk music, and you feel like you're not cool enough or you're weird compared to the other people your age. And I'm thinking about that young version of myself and how he kind of set the foundation for everything that I am now, and how every other version or year of me or every other trip that I've gone on has set the foundation for me to be who I am right now, which is someone who is really capable of traveling, someone who enjoys it, someone who is curious about the places that they go to, someone who tries not to have like mega high standards of the places that I go to. So it's just been really enriching and energizing, and I'm excited to see a bit of nature here. I'm excited to go swimming. There's some beautiful swimming spots I want to go to, at least one. The other thing is that tomorrow I think it's going to rain a lot, so I'm not sure what our plan is. And then I know when we're leaving, there's not really many late night buses or trains out of Sorrento, so I think we might have to take a taxi. But I'm really excited to be in a smaller, more coastal place. If you've watched any of my other travel vlogs, you know that I went to Italy 2 years ago, and I went to Venice, Naples, and Crema. Crema is where Call Me By Your Name was filmed, and I honestly fucking loved Crema. It made my whole trip. I mean, that whole trip was amazing, but Crema especially made my trip, and maybe here will. And on another note, I've checked Grindr, and there's a lot of older men. So who knows what that'll lead to? Probably nothing. Light in here.
I think this is beautiful, peaceful. Each kind of like next step has been more peaceful than the next in terms of the environment. So I'm really looking forward to staying here in Sorrento. The property that we're at is so gorgeous, and I love that it's family owned.
Yeah.
The dad who's here with the dogs.
They have a dog that's as old as this hotel.
Yeah, super sweet. And the sunset. If you can. That one's pretty. I was like, don't put me on camera.
Hello. We just had dinner and now we're back. And I bought 2 bottles of wine. And I need to do a little bit of writing, editing work. Where we went for dinner earlier was really fucking phenomenal. I honestly, so good. So good. My camera's gonna die soon, so I'm gonna pour this. Hefty pour. Let's do a taste. It's raining a lot outside. I have to say, out of the whole trip, this was one of the favorite things that I did. I loved going to the swimming hole. I think it's called like something Giovanni, but you basically have to walk a little bit way to get there. And it used to be a queen's private swimming hole. And fun fact is that I messaged a couple of grinders the day before and I didn't meet up with them, but I saw them at the swimming hole, so you might see them in this clip. You might see them at this hole. The €3 something was a 6-pack, but it's actually a 3-pack, so I just got 2 of these. So I could have a couple of beers today. I'm gonna put these in the fridge soon so they can get cold. And then I get a little Coca-Cola. I think this is a croqueta, which is like a potato deep fried thing. There's mozzarella on the inside. Pretty good. That hotel up there looks so beautiful. Maybe one day I'll stay there. Hotel Christina. We just had a limoncello shots for dinner and
We lit!
and some other drinks, and now we're gonna go and find food. And I've probably gotten the most expensive meal I've gotten here, and I'm kind of excited. The weather, the beautiful buildings, walking around. It's also just nice to be. It's also just nice to be in like other cities to walk around and
Yeah, just explore. It's been good. You're a good travel buddy. Oh my god, can I have a taste of that? It smells so good. Oh my god. Wow.
Okay, I had my first plate. It was gnocchi alla sorrenta. Compared to where I went the first night, it was really good. The sauce was a little more soupier. It was also a little less like robust flavor-wise, but still really good. And I feel like they gave me just as much as the first night, if not like a little bit more. So it was good. I'd probably give the first one like a 6.7 out of 10. But the next dish, I'm curious, and I'm also curious for the wine. Look at that.
I'll wait.
Okay, we're at the beach. It's day 2 in Split, Croatia. I love this. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Like, when I tell you, being near bodies of water reminds me of being a little kid in Jamaica, of feeling free, of just vibing. And it's a blessing to be here, to enjoy these things, to have gratitude, to have food, to have the sun, to honestly just be grateful. And I'm so glad I went on this trip. Let me describe the scene, because sometimes I love to be in a moment and to describe the scene because it helps my writer brain. This beach has all these little pebbles here. The colors are very crisp. It's a clear blue sky. There's a baby over there, the cutest little baby in a cute little swimsuit. Oh my god. The sun is pretty much exactly the right temperature. Like, it's not too hot. Yeah, it's just stunning. I think the only thing is I wish I'd maybe brought my sunglasses, but okay, coming at you from this little rock sitting area, and I want to take a little bit of time to talk about something that I get asked a lot when I travel, especially by other black folks, is how is the racism in Italy? How is the racism in Europe? How is the racism in Croatia? And I'm mentioning this because actually when I was at breakfast this morning, me and my friend ended up talking to the waiter, and she was just like, oh, to my friend, I love your hair. She was telling us she hasn't been to the US and that she loves living somewhere coastal and beautiful. Obviously, if I grew up somewhere like this, I mean, I did grow up going to Jamaica, I wouldn't fucking leave. But she did say, like, oh, like, if anyone treats you strangely here or stares at you, just know that a lot of people here don't really see many black people other than in the media, and they don't really have a clear understanding of what's offensive or not, and just understand that a lot of people here do appreciate Black Americans and we appreciate your culture. And I think it's a really important conversation to talk about, because when you travel and you're Black, it can be deeply uncomfortable when you're in situations where people are staring or rude or they say the wrong things. And I honestly, on this trip, haven't really experienced any overt weirdness. I mean, sometimes people stare, but honestly, a lot of people have been friendly and curious about why we're here, how we're here. People have been friendly to the fact that we're Black Americans. And granted, it can depend on where you're going. I do think when you're in more touristy cities, when you're places that are more heavily populated, that have a lot of more mixture of the kinds of people that are staying there visiting, they might see more Black Americans or more people of color. But when you go to smaller towns, smaller locations, smaller cities, I find, especially in Europe, the time that I've spent here, that's where you can kind of get more microaggressions, macroaggressions, or sometimes people just do really fucking weird. And I feel grateful on this trip that I haven't experienced any of those things. And I'm definitely a Black person that says, like, you should be educated about the places that you go to. You shouldn't feel ashamed for going to a place and then being surprised by a negative experience you have there. And you should also do what you can to keep yourself safe. And I think when we're traveling, especially as Black people, discomfort can sometimes feel like you're unsafe, but I always say being uncomfortable can be relatively okay when you're traveling. Everyone has their line. Everyone deserves to kind of decide when something is too much, but you should be aware in your body when you don't feel safe. And discomfort to me might be people staring, people maybe asking to take photos with you, people maybe sometimes following you around a little bit, and lack of safety is like literally someone threatening you, not giving you service in a restaurant, people following you for a really long time. And I've mentioned it in other videos, but when I was traveling in the Philippines for 3 months, I definitely had a lot of deeply uncomfortable moments. But I didn't really have any moments where I felt unsafe. But I can say after being there for 3 months, the discomfort that I felt added up, added up, added up, added up. And after a while, it did take a toll on my mental health. And so I think wherever you are on the dichotomy or the spectrum of safety or discomfort, the ultimate goal is that you leave whatever place you're in not traumatized, or if you are traumatized, you deserve the space to heal. And I think it's really weird when Black people are like, oh, what did you expect? You went to that place and there's no Black people there. We shouldn't blame ourselves for the experiences that we have when we're traveling to other places and people otherize us. We should hold each other with compassion and have understanding, and really like have conversations around our different experiences and how we contextualize them. So I just wanted to leave that as a little note here, and I'm going to go back to relaxing because look at this. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Wow.
Cheers! Salute!
The sun is very warm, but it's like probably like 70 degrees today.
Imagine if it was like 80. This is actually perfect.
That waitress, the person at breakfast was like, oh, in my car, I turned on the heater in the seat. I'm like, you did what?
Oh my gosh. This is good. We're feeling good. We're feeling relaxed.
Yeah.
Sea soaked, sun soaked. In Croatia.
Yeah. I'm excited to go back a little darker than I came.
Yeah, that's definitely happening. We're gonna be bronze.
I was on my European vacation. It's a beautiful thing to carve out the different parts of a life that you want, and then to look around and be like, I'm living that life. Like, I'm writing, I'm creating art, I have friends. I just feel grateful. And this water is beautiful. And I'm probably going to lay here for a little bit and go up there and sip some coffee and do some work on my laptop and vibe and chill and maybe get a burger here. I don't know. The food here, it's okay. It's so pretty.
You were both lucky to have found each other because you too are good.
I think he was better than. I think he was better than me.
I'm sure he'd say the same thing about you. Nature has cunning ways of finding our weakest spot. Just remember I'm here. Right now, you may not want to feel anything. Maybe you never wanted to feel anything. And, maybe it's not to me you'll want to speak about these things, but, feel something you obviously did.